We all go through these different seasons in life, right? There are times of amazing growth, times of real struggle, and then those quiet times of just waiting. Today, we're going to dive into some incredible wisdom about finding a divine purpose, not just in the good times, but in every single season we face.
So, have you ever felt that? Like you're just stuck in a season that will not end? Maybe it's a really tough period or a time of waiting where you're just thinking, what is the point of all this? It's a feeling we all know, and it's really the core of what we're talking about today.
So, the foundational idea here, and it's drawn from some really ancient wisdom, is that every single part of life, the good, the bad, the joyful, the painful, it all has its own specific time and its own purpose. It's about finding that rhythm in all of life's different phases.
You know how it is. Our first instinct is usually to rush through the uncomfortable parts of life, right? We just want to get to the next thing. But the wisdom we're looking at today encourages the total opposite, to actually slow down and embrace the phase you're in, trusting that there's a reason for it.
This passage kicks off with this beautiful poetic balance. It's not just saying good things have their time, it's talking about the entire spectrum of our existence. There's a time for beginnings, like being born and planting, and, just as importantly, a time for endings, like dying and uprooting.
And this just perfectly captures the emotional seasons we all go through. Notice the text doesn't say you should avoid weeping or you should only dance. No, it validates both. It's saying that moments of deep sorrow and moments of pure joy, they each have their own sacred space in our lives.
And okay, this is the line that just ties it all together. It's such a profound promise that even in the seasons that feel anything but beautiful, the weeping, the mourning, the breaking down, a deeper kind of beauty is being created, one that only shows itself in its own perfect time. The source material gives us this prayer as a way to just pause and reflect whenever we feel a big shift happening. It's a chance to ask for guidance and to consciously open ourselves up to whatever purpose this new season might be bringing.
So if every part of our life has its own season, how do we even recognize them? Well, a really powerful way to understand this is through a metaphor that we all know and get, the 4 seasons of nature. They actually mirror the spiritual seasons we experience inside.
And this is where that metaphor just clicks, right? It maps right onto our inner world. Spring is that amazing season of spiritual renewal, where new ideas are blooming and you feel totally refreshed. Then there's summer, which can be those long, hot seasons of spiritual dryness, when your faith feels kind of parched and you're just waiting for rain. Fall is that crucial time of transition, of letting things go, of turning over a new leaf. And winter? Well, that can be a quiet internal time of dying to our old selves, shedding all those layers to get ready for the new growth that we know is just around the corner.
Okay, so how do we actually navigate all these different seasons? This next part offers some really powerful scriptural promises that can act like anchors, giving us something solid to hold on to no matter what season we find ourselves in.
Let's start with what might be the toughest season for a lot of us, waiting. This is that time when we've planted the seeds, but we don't see any growth yet. It's the season that really demands patience.
This verse from Psalms paints such a powerful picture. See, the key isn't about forcing the fruit to grow faster. It's about staying planted by the water, by the source. If we stay rooted in our faith, the promise is that our fruit will come in its proper season, and we won't wither while we wait.
And for those moments when waiting just feels like too much, here's a simple prayer. It's really about admitting that our own timing isn't the whole picture and making a choice to trust in a plan that's way bigger than what we can see right now.
Next up, the season of pruning. And let's be real, this one can hurt. This is when things are getting cut away, maybe habits, relationships, old ways of thinking, things that might actually be holding us back from our full potential.
But here is the absolute game changer. The thing you have to remember about this: pruning is not a punishment. It's a process for promotion. It happens to the branches that are already producing fruit with the specific goal of making them even more fruitful down the road. But what about those times when none of it makes sense? Those seasons of total confusion where we question everything and just can't see the path forward. This requires a really deep surrender of our own need to have all the answers.
This verse from Acts is, well, it's incredibly direct. And honestly, if you're a planner, it can be a tough pill to swallow. It basically says the when and the how, they're just not for us to control. Our job isn't to know the whole map, it's just to trust the one who made it. And this prayer, it captures that exact act of letting go.
It's about consciously handing over the steering wheel and fighting that very human urge to write our own story and control our own timeline.
And all of this brings us to our final and maybe the most powerful message of all. After every season, especially those cold, hard winters, there's always the promise of renewal. A huge theme here is the danger of getting stuck looking in the rearview mirror, dwelling on what's gone, on former seasons. It can literally stop us from seeing the new life that's trying to sprout up right in front of us.
I mean, listen to the energy in this verse. It's a call to attention. It says, look, stop looking backward. Something new is happening right now. Can't you see it? It's a promise of active, dynamic creation and renewal in our lives.
This final prayer just wraps up the entire journey perfectly. It acknowledges that process of shedding old skin, just like in a winter season, but it holds on tight to the promise that renewal isn't just possible, it's inevitable. So when you boil it all down, the weeping and laughing, the planting and uprooting, the pruning and waiting, it all rests on this one singular promise, that after every winter, a spring will come.
So I'll leave you with this question to take with you. Even if you feel like you're in the dead of winter right now, I want you to look closely. What shoots of new life, what new thing might just be starting to spring up?